Ben Nicholson-Smith. And Ben, first question I have for you is, why is R.A. Dickey pitching tonight? This was supposed to be Marcus Stroman. They switched it up, but this has more to do with simply resting Stroman, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think there are a couple reasons for this. And the first one is absolutely just to give Stroman a little bit more rest. And I think secondly, you allow the Blue Jays to split up their sinker ball pitchers. And with Stroman and Sanchez, even though they're so different in stature, their styles of pitching are pretty similar. And this way, when they face their Troy Tigers next week, the Tigers will have different looks instead of seeing those guys back to back.
This has nothing to do with keeping Josh Tolley in the lineup against Price, right?
No, Josh Tolley has had a tough time this year against opposing starters, that's for sure.
Let's talk a little bit more about R.A. because once again he had a very tough April. He got much better in May. What are we seeing right now from R.A.? Is he going to be now back to the guy that's going to go 7, maybe 8 innings to start?
Well, I think that's what we've seen from R.A. Dickey in the course of his tenure with the Blue Jays. Really, as the summer has gone on, he had started pitching a lot better, and so the Blue Jays would love to see that happen here. I think that what we saw in the first 5 1/3 innings against the Red Sox over the weekend is a positive sign, but of course the Blue Jays want that to keep going later into the game.
Very quietly over this stretch, and we've talked so much about how well the hitting has been during the time, and of course the starting pitching. But very quietly, the bullpen has gotten better, hasn't it?
It's gotten a lot better, and I think a lot of that comes down to Joe Biagini. A lot of that comes down to Drew Storen, who's quietly put together some nice runs for the Blue Jays. But you look at Biagini, I think the Blue Jays are starting to see a little bit more repetitiveness, a little bit more familiarity as far as roles go. So leading up to Roberto Osuna, they can go to Biagini in the 8th inning, and you have a few other reliable options in the middle innings.
Well, Jamie, because of this switcheroo, this is now the second time this year that we were expecting to see a battle of knuckleballers between R.A. Dickey and Stephen Wright, and once again, it will not happen.